的合作，全天候战略合作伙伴关系迈上新的台阶，为两国乃至地区的和平繁荣做出更大贡献。预祝活动取得圆满成功，祝愿中巴友好万古长青。中华人民共和国主席习近平，2023年7月31日。尊敬的夏巴兹总理、女士们、先生们、朋友们，我很荣幸作为习近平主席特别代表，同各位相聚在美丽的伊斯兰堡，共同庆祝中巴经济走廊启动10周年。习近平主席高度重视发展中巴关系，高度重视中巴经济走廊建设。在刚才宣读的贺信中，习近平主席充分肯定了中巴经济走廊建设取得的积极成果和重大意义，对走廊建设和中巴合作给予了深切关怀，提出了殷切希望，为下一步走廊的发展和中巴务实合作做出了战略指引。中方愿意同巴方一道，按照习近平主席贺信指明的方向，以更大的力度、更高的标准、更高的效率，推进中巴经济走廊建设，将其打造成为高质量共建“一带一路”的示范性工程，为中巴全天候战略合作伙伴关系持续发展注入新的动力。今年是共建“一带一路”倡议提出10周年，也是中巴经济走廊启动建设10周年。10年前
10 years ago, President Xi Jinping
共建“一带一路”的伟大倡议
the great vision
和
of
亲
the BRI
诚
and
惠
neighborhood
容
diplomacy
周边合
of
作理念，
amity, sincerity, mutual benefit, and
巴基斯坦积极响应，
and all have
中巴经济走廊
response from
应运而
Kazakhstan
生，
and CPEC
蓬勃发展，
and has since
成为
developed
共建“一带一路”重要先行先试项目。
of BRI cooperation.
2015年，
In
习近平主
2015,
席对巴基斯坦进行了历史性的
state
国事访问，
to Pakistan,
中巴关系
bilateral
提升为
relations
全天候
were elevated
战略合作伙伴关系，
all-weather strategic
确
cooperation
立了中巴经济走廊
and
1+4的合作布
the
局，
1+4 cooperation
走廊建设
for CPEC
步入快车道，
taking CPEC to a fast lane.
中巴建设经济走廊建设
CPEC
秉承
the Silk
和平合作、
of peace
开放包容、
openness,
互学互鉴、
mutual
互利
learning,
共赢的
mutual benefit,
丝绸之路精神，开创了共建“一带一路”
a successful
构建人类命运共同体的
BRI
成功
cooperation
实践。
and the building of a community with a shared future.
10年来，中巴经济走廊的建设扎实推进，
CPEC has made steady
成果丰硕
and productive
成为一
progress
条充满活力的
become a
开发走
corridor
廊。
of vitality and development.
在双方的共同努
With
力
our
下，
joint efforts,
以走廊建设为中心
the，cooperation layout
以
with
瓜达尔港
CPEC at the
交通基
center
础
and
设施
supported by Guadalajara
能
port
源、
infrastructure,
产业合作
energy
为重
and
点的
industry
合作布局，从蓝
has
图
turned
变
from
成现实
vision。to reality.
瓜达尔港
Guadalajara
已经具备
port is now
全
in
作业
full
能力
swing.。
苏库尔
The Sukur Multan motorway
喀拉昆
and
仑
the
路身体
upgraded
改造2
KKH Phase
成功
2
开通，
are now open for traffic.
中巴首条
The first cross-border optical fiber cable
巴基斯
between
坦
China
首
and
条城市
Pakistan,
轨道交通
Pakistan's first urban railway Orange Line,
首条高压
and the first
支流输电线
HVDC
路
transmission
莫拉支流
line between
投入使用。
Matiari and Lahore were put in
沙
use.
希瓦尔燃煤电站
Sahiwal
提前
coal-fired power
高产
plant
竣
was
工，
completed ahead of
创造了
schedule
令人称
at
赞
an
的
impressive
杭州
Punjab
速度
speed.
卡西姆港
Power plants
湖部
in Port
卡
Qasim,
洛特等
Hoop
电站
and
项目
Karot
先后
were
建成
completed
投产。
and put into
拉
operation.
萨卡伊特
The Rashakai Special Economic Zone is up and running.
科技
In cooperation on agriculture,
合作
science,
推进
and IT and people's well-being
走
is
廊
making steady
成为
progress.
驱动经济增长
CPEC
的
has become
重要
an
动力源
important
泉，
driver
树
for
立
regional
了双
economic
边
growth.
战略互
It
信
has set
共同发
an
展。
example of mutual trust and common development.
10年来，
Over the
走
decade,
廊建设
CPEC
促进发
has promoted development and delivered
成为
shared
一条
benefits It has become a corridor of well-being and prosperity. According to statistics, CPEC has brought $25.4 billion of direct investment to Pakistan, created thousands of jobs and added 500 kilometers of highways, 8,000 megawatts of electricity, and nearly 900 kilometers to the national core transmission network. It has significantly changed local economy and livelihood. Guada Port has turned from a small fishing village to a regional logistics hub, and children in Fakir now have bright new schools. Women in Tar have now become professional truck drivers, and commuting time in Lahore has been greatly reduced. And many people no longer have to worry about frequent power outages. CPEC has brought significant changes to many ordinary people and has set an example of people first and shared benefits. Over the decade, CPEC has promoted women cooperation and has become a corridor of friendship. CPEC is a cooperation platform and is also a bond of friendship that brings our two peoples close together. It is a new benchmark for China-Pakistan friendship. Over the decade, Chinese engineers and Pakistani workers have worked hand in hand and in close coordination. They have set up buildings and built roads in some of the most impossible places, performing so many touching scenes of collaboration, excellence, mutual trust, and mutual support. During COVID, workers from the two countries overcome the difficulties to ensure the smooth operation of completed projects and steady progress of ongoing ones, writing stories of mutual support and women cooperation. CPEC opens up a new chapter of China and Pakistan community with a shared future in a new era, and set an example of mutual support and good neighborliness. Here, I pay tribute to the diligent and courageous Pakistani people and to Chinese and Pakistani workers who participate in CPEC. It is your support, contribution, and hard work that turns CPEC from vision to reality. Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, friends. Looking forward, China-Pakistan cooperation and CPEC will embrace new historical opportunities. China is following the guiding principles of the 20th CPC National Congress to apply the new development philosophy, foster a new development paradigm, and pursue high-quality development, and advancing the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation through a Chinese path to modernization. Pakistan is also exploring a path to industrialization, modernization, and sustainable development. We should continue to aim for high standards, sustainable and livelihood-enhancing outcomes, step up coordination and cooperation to build an upgraded version of CPEC, to break new grounds for high-quality development of CPEC, so as to promote an even closer China-Pakistan community with a shared future, bring more benefits to our two peoples, and make our own contributions to regional or even world development. To this end, I would like to propose the following suggestions. First, jointly building a growth corridor. We need to stick to the set blueprint and implement the long-term plan of CPEC. We should strive for an early start of the ML1 upgradation project, improve the overall planning for industrial park cooperation, and further promote practical cooperation on various fronts to help Pakistan achieve sustained, steady economic growth and achieve national prosperity. Second, jointly build a livelihood-enhancing corridor. We need to put the people first and deepen cooperation on industry, agriculture, health, education, training, and people's well-being. and carry out more small and smart livelihood projects. We need to develop human resources, create more jobs, so that more dividends of CPEC can be shared among the Pakistani people. Third, jointly build an innovation corridor. We need to follow an innovation-driven approach, give full play to relevant working groups, and expand cooperation on new areas such as high-tech, mobile communications, e-commerce, AI, and smart cities, to inject more impetus to CPEC with innovation. Fourth, jointly build a green corridor. We need to uphold green development and forge greater synergy between the Green Silk Road with the Green Pakistan initiative. We need to prioritize resource saving and environment protection, step up cooperation on green investment, infrastructure, agriculture, and disaster relief, and follow a path of green and low-carbon development. Fifth, jointly build an open corridor. We need to uphold openness and inclusiveness, actively step up communication and coordination with regional countries, welcome the participation of third parties in CPEC, and promote the extension of CPEC so as to advance regional connectivity and economic integration, to share cooperation opportunities, and pursue common development and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, the world today is marked by volatility, and the changes unseen in the century are unfolding faster. Humanity is facing unprecedented risks and challenges. Not long ago, Chinese Premier Li Qiang and Prime Minister Shehbaz had two productive conversations and meetings, reached many new and important consensus. China is now carefully implementing these consensus. China and Pakistan are good neighbors, friends, partners, and brothers. Our joint effort against challenges will play a significant role to peace, development, and stability of our two countries and the region. China firmly supports Pakistan in safeguarding its national sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity, and in pursuing national unity, social stability, and economic prosperity. We are sure that the diligent and courageous Pakistani people will create a better future with their own hands and focus on development to hold the future of Pakistan firmly in their own hands. The road ahead for Pakistan will be wider, and the prospects for Pakistan development will be brighter. China and Pakistan are bonded by shared mountains and rivers and common interests. Our two peoples share a time-honored and rock-solid friendship. CPEC is an accelerator of cooperation, new engine for growth, and a planter of friendship. It is further deepening our all-weather friendship, and we have gained valuable experience from it. First, sticking to strategic guidance. President Xi Jinping and the Pakistani leader attach great importance to CPEC. They have devoted personal efforts to use every meeting and exchanges of letters to exchange views, which provides top-level design and sets the direction for CPEC. Staying committed to extensive consultation and joint contribution. On the basis of full consultation, we identify cooperation areas, priorities, and models, and bring more Chinese investment and technologies to Pakistan, and more quality Pakistani products to the Chinese market and homes of Chinese households, thus realizing complementarity and winning cooperation. And staying committed to people's well-being. CPEC belongs to the people. It covers large areas and benefits a large population. Whether it is infrastructure such as power plants, roads and ports, or it is exchanges and cooperation in industry, science and training, CPEC always follows the people-centered approach and is committed to creating a better life for the ordinary people. These precious experiences come from practice, and we should cherish them. We believe that as long as we implement the guiding principles of President Xi's message and implement the important consensus reached between Premier Li Qiang and Prime Minister Shehbaz, China-Pakistan cooperation and CPEC in the next decade will make new progress in the next decade, and China-Pakistan relations will embrace an even brighter future. May Pakistan enjoy prosperity and its people happiness. May China-Pakistan friendship be everlasting. Chin Pak Dosti Zindabad. Thank you.
Fei Chun Ganxie, thank you very much. Excellency, that was the Vice Premier of People's Republic of China, Excellency He Lifeng, and we are very honored to have you here in Pakistan. And as I mentioned, longevity, trust, and fraternity are the phrases used to describe Pakistan-China friendship. This is such a unique and unprecedented relationship which has always ignited the imagination of our people.
Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate this momentous occasion, the milestone of completing 10 years of CPEC, one of the salient activities is issuance of a commemorative postage stamp and a beautiful memento. The stamp will serve as a tangible and enduring tribute to the accomplishments made through the CPEC. Moreover, this memento will represent the enduring friendship and collaboration between the Iron Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored now to request the chief guest of today's ceremony, the Vice Premier of People's Republic of China, Excellency He Lifeng, and Honorable Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, to kindly come up on the stage and personally reveal the commemorative stamp and coin to mark the decade of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. A big hand for both the dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. This is a historic moment for CPEC, 10 years down the journey, and it's just the beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, these designs that will soon be revealed not only commemorate 10 years of CPEC, but the lasting friendship between the two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, may we now request the Excellencies, the Honorable Vice Premier, and the Honorable Prime Minister to kindly place their hands on the globe, and as they do that simultaneously, the digital reveal.
For a historic moment, ladies and gentlemen, the decade celebration of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The senior leadership of Pakistan and China present here.
Excellencies, may I request you to please step forward as we now have the commemorative memento being presented. Ladies and gentlemen, this memento has been prepared in Pakistan and it captures the essence of the successful partnership for economic cooperation between the two countries. It's a beautiful reaffirmation of our commitment to strive together to make a community of shared future.
And this picture will go down in history, absolutely, Siddha. May I now request both the dignitaries to kindly move to the commemorative envelope, which is designed by the Chinese side and has been brought all the way from Beijing to Islamabad. Both the dignitaries will sign on it and endorse the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project. This selects the 4 representative projects, that is 1+4, initial layout of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, and highlights the long-lived China-Pakistan friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, a historic moment for Pakistan and China. We have the senior leadership, the Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, accompanied by the Vice Premier of People's Republic of China, Excellency He Lifeng.
Ladies and gentlemen, this envelope has come from Beijing and indeed is a historic moment. With this, we would like to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency, Mr. He Lifeng, the Vice Premier of China. Thank you, sir, for being present here.
And I would now like to request the Honorable Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, to kindly address the August gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Prime Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellency Vice Premier Hu Lifang, honorable members of the Chinese delegation, honorable ministers, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. Excellency, thank you very much for visiting Pakistan and have time to celebrate jointly Iron Brothers from China and Pakistan, the 10th anniversary of CPEC. This great journey of friendship between Pakistan and China started immediately after China won its independence back in 1949. But this journey was accelerated through sincerity of purpose and commitment by many great Pakistani leaders, starting from late Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who made very valuable contribution in terms of promoting this friendship. And then, in between, all subsequent leaders were very committed to promote this friendship. And therefore, this is a unique friendship, a unique relationship where the entire spectrum of Pakistani nation, people from all walks of life, all political parties, all institutions, they are committed to this great friendship. And then in April 2015, Your Excellency, President Xi Jinping was very kind to visit Pakistan. Of course, that was a visit which was postponed earlier for reasons well known to us and not to be described here. Had that delay hadn't taken place, these CPEC projects would have blossomed and some of them would have been completed much earlier. In April 2015, this agreement of CPEC was signed between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. And then we saw at lightning speed projects were undertaken and completed. This is still in our memory that at that point in time, power outages had crippling impact on our industry and agriculture. Our exports were damaged irreparably because foreign importers would not trust Pakistani exporters because we didn't have energy to manufacture those export orders. Our agriculture had become pale. Our industry had come to a grinding halt. And thousands of workers were out of jobs. Excellency, this was the time when CPEC came to Pakistan's rescue. And as you said, that some of the projects were completed in a record period of time. This was under the joint leadership of President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. I will not go into details because those have been very ably explained by you and Dr. Professor Chaudhary Ehsan Iqbal. Suffice it to say that an amount of $25 billion were invested during this period. Hundreds and thousands of job opportunities were created, and production and exports were enhanced. I think this was a game changer, and this was the result of the vision and commitment and friendship President Xi Jinping has for Pakistan and the people of Pakistan. And Vice Premier, you were a linchpin. At that time, you were the chairman of NDRC. And I know for a fact, because I had dealt with you in those days along with my colleagues, you were very helpful to support CPEC projects speedily. And my friend, Vice Minister Sun Weidong, he was our ambassador, not only ambassador of China, but ambassador of Pakistan as well. He was very supportive. He was very helpful. I can go on and go on. And this story of great friendship will not end, but the night will fall. Vice Premier, we had other segments today in this ceremony. We had to drop a few of those because of devastating incident of terrorism which took place in Bajor yesterday. And our heart goes out to the families of the departed soul. And this is, again, a very important subject of our joint cooperation. We have to jointly deal with this menace. Pakistan has paid a huge price. Almost 80,000 Pakistanis have laid their life to fight this menace of terrorism, and we defeated it effectively years ago. And it is a great commitment and a great manifestation of our will to fight this menace till it is wiped out, not only from the face of Pakistan, but also in this region and in an extended way globally. Excellency, now we are entering the second phase of CPEC, which is even more interesting and extremely helpful in promoting investments, progress and prosperity in Pakistan and also in the region. And you have highlighted important areas of this second phase of CPEC, which is high quality development, which is growth corridor, special economic zones, livelihood corridor, innovation corridor, green corridor, and openness and connectivity. There is an effort, Your Excellency, to bypass Pakistan by some countries in this process of connectivity. And I have no doubts that Pakistan and China together will fill in the gap, and this corridor, which already has been established between North and South, will extend in many ways to include the entire region and also other parts of the world. Gwadar, you have rightly pointed out, was a few years ago was a small village. Today, it is a busy city with huge potential in times to come. Gwadar port will become very busy, and I think CPEC will ensure Gwadar one of the most busy ports in the region. And our government is placing due focus and efforts to develop this port with full speed and commitment. We have allocated sufficient resources. Electricity has now been available in Gwadar. Drinking water is available, and further developments are on the way as I speak. Excellency, Pakistan is going to turn around its economy by the grace of God through our multiple initiatives and programs. But let me, at this point in time, thank you and thank President Xi Jinping and thank Chinese government and people for supporting us at this critical juncture. Loan rollovers by Chinese banks, including Exim Bank, Bank of China, and other commercial banks, state-to-state safe deposits to the tune of billions of dollars in the last 4 months has been of immense help to us. And I can assure you from the core of my heart that myself, my colleagues sitting here, Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, Finance Minister Ishaq Dar, Planning Minister Ahsan Iqbal, and all other colleagues sitting here and government officials, and the people of Pakistan in the four nook and corner in this country will remain ever so grateful to you and President Xi Jinping for supporting Pakistan financially in this very difficult time. And we shall never forget this very kind generosity and favor of yours for all time to come. But I want to say and add something here. We want to move away from these loans and borrowed monies, sums of monies. We want to move away from having handouts, aid and doles. We really want to stand on our own feet. We really want to show to the world that our people are brave people. They have great tenacity, great energy, and they are capable of facing the most difficult challenge and yet survive. The discussion and negotiation with IMF has been one of those challenges. And together with your support and our brotherly country's support, we have sailed through this storm successfully. But now is the time for us to have a reflection, introspection, and pause, and to carve out our way forward, which will make Pakistan and Pakistani look decent, respected in the eyes of our friends and foes. And the only way forward is to emulate Chinese model of growth. Even today, with these very difficult circumstances around the globe, your annual growth is still around 5.5%, which is commendable. And of course, in time to come, it's going to further improve. Your Excellency, this is where we need your support. This is where we need your expertise and learn from your experience. It is not a joke to take 800 million people out of the pit of poverty. Today, they are great contributing hands in the development of China, just in a matter of 3.5 decades. It's no less than a miracle. It has not happened anywhere else in the world. And therefore, it has happened only through visionary leadership's dynamism and hard work and untiring efforts, and a journey of sweat and blood. I would be extremely grateful that today we agree to announce joint working groups to evaluate this growth model and convert this into, under Pakistan's prevailing circumstances. And I want to assure you, this nation, 220 million people of Pakistan, all political parties, political leadership, military leadership, judiciary, doctors, engineers, on one thing there is total unanimity, that China is our true and most sincere friend. Here is the time that we should now make use of this opportunity, because time and tide wait for none. This is an opportunity we want to cash upon. I would like to request you and propose that let's constitute a joint committee to look into these matters and come up with a sound proposal, and which we can jointly implement with great speed. And I have no doubts, ladies and gentlemen, that Pakistan soon one day will stand on its own feet. We won't have to beg and borrow. We will generate our own resources through untiring efforts, as the Chinese have done. We will alleviate poverty as China did. We will provide jobs as China did. And that will be the biggest gift we can offer to our ancestors. That will be the biggest source of satisfaction to those millions who gave their lives for Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate this great day, this great event in this spirit, and inshallah we will be marching in that direction very, very speedily. Pakistan, Chin Dosti Zindabad, Pak-China friendship Zindabad. Thank you very much.
इस्लामाबाद में वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे। लाखों अफराद को CPEC के तहत नौकरियां मिलेंगी। गवादर पोर्ट आने वाले दिनों में मसरूफ तरीन बंदरगाह होगा। दहशतगर्दी के लानत को खत्म करने के लिए